Hey there. Well, I don't know fully whether this is an actual depression or whether or not it's just me losing interest in a lot of things that I used to have more interest in. Whether it's a lot of been there, done that sort of thing. I think about photography. I've wanted to get back into photography again, but whenever I think of going out, it's just like, well, where am I going to go that I haven't already taken pictures of in this region? I've already taken the pictures I wanted to, during the times I've wanted to. I suppose I could do more traveling and then take pictures of that. Try to find new things to take pictures of, instead of taking pictures of things that I've always wanted to take pictures of. That could be something I could do. But I'm not really feeling that inspired, really. And the same with music. I just haven't felt very inspired to make new music. So much of why I've wanted to make music in the past was to create something different. Create something that hasn't been done already. Working with odd time signatures, working with different chord progressions that aren't very common. Trying to create something that just hasn't been heard already. And when I think of trying to make something new, it's just like, well, I've done that already. I've done that already. So I just haven't been feeling very inspired there. When it comes to videos, though, making videos, there's always new things. There are always new things that come up that, oh, I haven't made a video about that. Oh, I haven't made a video about that either. Lots of things come up. Now, I guess most of it has to do with politics and social issues, social commentary. I've been making social commentary and political videos for 15 years. Over the past month, I've lost a lot of subscribers, lost a lot of views, lost a lot of likes, lost a lot of conversations, which disappoints me the most. Because that's the main reason why I make videos, is to have conversations so I can, learn something new, find a new perspective, find out new information, and change my mind on things. But over this past month, there's been someone who, part of their name is Coltrane, that has been saying that I've been particularly negative more recently. That I've been more divisive than normal recently. And I don't really know how that's the case. I mean, I can recall a number of times in the past that I've been even more negative. But maybe people are noticing things that I just haven't seen myself because, well, it's sometimes people from the outside can see patterns that the individual doesn't. So, but I told him, hey, I've been doing this 15 years. And he goes, yeah, but, well, I mean, can't you do some positive political videos? And I'm like, what positive political subjects are there? He mentioned that, and he's kind of a Trump fan, so, or at least to some degree, he likes to always talk about anything that he thinks Trump is doing great. So he mentioned how Trump wants to give, somehow give newborn babies $1,000 in a savings account that can accrue interest, and then they can use it when they, turn 18. I'm like, well, that's interesting. I don't know how well that will go over, and I don't know how expensive that would be, and if it doesn't accrue much interest, is it worth it? In some ways, $1,000 is a lot if it's that many people. But in other ways, as individuals, $1,000 really isn't that much. So, I don't know, it just seems weird. And there's something about estate taxes where people won't have to pay estate taxes of some sort. I didn't look very much into it, but I guess he's doing something there that can be positive. Okay, sure. But both of those things, I mean, they're nothing that I could make a really long video about. I mean, it's just like a 20-second blurb. I could do shorts about it. Oh, look, Trump's doing something positive. And I've already said that I like what Trump is doing with the border. Record low numbers of illegal border crossings. I've already said that in several videos. But I don't know. I was just. And then he mentioned, well, you're growing out your hair again. Well, I'm not growing it long, but I'll have a short hair. It's taking a while to grow out, though. Doesn't look like much now, but it is different than the shaved head. The last time I think it was 2023 when I still sported hair on my head. So, I mean, yeah, that's kind of neat. And recently my goatee has gotten a little bit shorter because I keep trying to trim it to look more perfect. And every time you trim it a little bit, of course, it gets a little bit shorter. And there were some people saying, hey, you should go for a short goatee. And I was like, I don't really want a short goatee. To me, once it gets too short, it makes you look frazzled. It makes you look like you're homeless. I think Jon Stewart's stubble beard looks terrible. Makes him look way older. Makes him look unkempt. I think having a nice, crisp, well-kempt looking, medium kind of beard or something that's not stubble looking looks way better. But that's my take on it. So that looks a little different than it did like a month ago. I've wanted to do some more nature walk videos. I'm hoping that Point Defiance, there's a chance that Point Defiance, the 5-mile drive there, might end up being reopened to traffic again. Car traffic, so you can pull over to the side and go to some of the trails. And I'm crossing my fingers that that's the case. And I'll definitely make some walking videos there. I've always enjoyed that. It doesn't matter how many times I go. It's just such a beautiful area that I never get tired of it. So I can hope for that. I am having some health concerns. My abdomen has been a bit distended, and you push on it and it's like it's filled with air. And I recently had a doctor's appointment. I was hoping he'd be able to figure out more what's going on, but no, he couldn't really do much until I get a CAT scan, which I'll be getting on Friday. On Black Friday. And I've been not having quite the output that I should. Some days there's almost no output. So, in a bag. And that's been a little concerning. So, but we'll see what happens after the CAT scan. If that is inconclusive, then they might have to do an ostomy version of a colonoscopy. Oh, fun. But, on Black Friday, I'm probably going, after my appointment, I'm going to take my little mini camera and go to the Tacoma Mall and see what that looks like on Black Friday. See how crowded it is. See what kind of sales there are and whatever, right? I haven't done a mall walking video in a long time. So there's that. There's that possibility. On Facebook, there have been so many of my friends that have been having a lot of health issues, lots of hospitalizations, quite a few deaths as well. It's very depressing. Lots of deaths of celebrities and musicians as well this year. Hasn't been so great. It's been depressing for a lot of people, this year has been. But man, I think I'm running out of things to say. But some of my depression, though, is I don't know whether it's truly depression or whether a lot of it is just a been there, done that sort of thing. I mean, not to bring younger people down too much, but when you get older, you know, you see more patterns and you recognize those patterns and you're like, oh, I remember that. Oh, that again. And it gets rather dull. There isn't that much that seems new anymore. And I know when I was young, when older people would try to tell me that the patterns they saw and tried to give me warnings about some of these things, I didn't listen. And so I know the same will be the same when I try to tell younger people about some of these patterns I see. I'm still going to try once in a while, but yeah, I know they're not going to listen. At least not most of the time, anyway. But, unless you're in a really great relationship, unless you're making a lot of money, unless there's a number of things in your life that just keep somehow getting better and better, when you get older, it gets kind of depressing. People will say, oh, it gets better. Well, it does get better, you know, by the time you reach, you know, your 30s and 40s. But after that, it starts to get kind of depressing. Sorry to say. Not to be Debbie Downer here, but so yeah, a lot of been there, done that, and I'm hoping that I'll be more inspired in the future to do more of the things that I used to enjoy. We shall see. I'm just saying.